welcome to Artfrofest, where we will be talking to contemporary African artists about their art, their vision, their inspirations, and so on and so forth. And today we have as a guest Aladejare Ayodeji, coming from Nigeria. Hello, how are you, Aladejare? Oh, finally we get to speak. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good, good, good.
Sorry, a little bit. Just bring it forward. Okay, great.
Okay, can you hear me better now? I'm bringing my mic closer.
I can.
Okay, perfect. So, how are you today?
I'm fine. How are you too?
Well, I'm fine. I'm doing well. Thank you very much. So I'm really happy that we got to speak to you today, and you allow us to have a little bit of time with you. So first of all, I'm going to ask you to reintroduce yourself and tell us a little bit about who you are.
Okay. My name is Aladejare Ayodeji. So I'm a painter. Let me say realist. I'm an hyperrealist painter. I major in surrealism, this surrealism painting. So, and I'm the co-founder of Ayowole Academy of Art, where we train young children in our neighborhood. So, and I work in Lagos, Nigeria.
Oh, wonderful. Well, This is amazing. I actually discovered your art online because I think I think I'm friends with a few people that are following you. So that's how I discovered your work. And I really was, I was really intrigued as to, I saw that all your characters had this interesting bubble around their face. And I wanted to know, what was the concept behind it? What was the idea behind it?
Okay. The thing is that, while making the, let me say, while I was trying to be, I can't be more creative, but I was just figuring things out, how I can just make my art very different. Mm-hmm. So with my research and all, so although I love anything that has to do with reflections. So what I basically use is called gazing ball. I don't know, maybe you know it.
Yeah.
You know gazing balls, right? Okay. So so I use gazing ball. So it's what it does is that it reflects the environment. It reflects let's assume you put a gazing ball in your front, so it's going to reflect you and whatever is in your environment. So those are just one of the property that it does. So, but basically I picked my inspiration from gazing ball. So I try to paint people's thoughts. I try to paint people's intuition, their emotion. Yeah, so whatever their mood may be, So I try to, our intuitions, we can't see them. Yeah, no one can see your intuition. So the only thing is that I try to do is that I try to bring the intuitions to the head, so people can see whatever the person is going through on the head from the outside. So when you think inward, you can't really see from inward, but from my own painting, you'll be able to tell from the outside. So I paint people's intuitions, people's thoughts and emotion. And then depending on the model as well. Yeah, so that's where I pick my inspiration from.
It's beautiful because I could see, that's true. Actually, the ball changes color, or you can see like sometimes it has more color, is more colorful, and then sometimes it's kind of darker, or it's got more.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do we read it then? How do we know someone is a good mood and when someone is in a bad mood? So how do you reflect it? How does it show in your painting?
Yeah. The thing is that if you look carefully from the paintings, if some of the balls usually have, it could be the word, it could be the mood. Sometimes I paint with warm, with red color. Sometimes I paint with cool colors. And sometimes if you look harder in the balls as well, you can see places, you can see events, you can see something, some kind of surreal word as well. So depending on the model's personality as well. So that is how you'll be able to differentiate. And then from my, can you hear me?
Yes, very well.
Okay, great. So from my experience as well, I try to paint from history as well. So from African history. So I paint, so not just the present time as well. So I paint from the experience, from my experience and history as well. So I try to relate it to the gazing ball, just to make everything in one piece.
And then in that case, I'm going to ask you, like, the last one that you posted, I think 3 days ago, the one is Bide Your Time.
Okay,
one
okay.
With the lady. Can you then decorticate that one? Can you just go through the stages, like from the bowl, explaining to us what the concept was behind that particular painting, through the description of her posture and so on and so forth? Can you explain to us a bit of that?
About that? Of course. The Bide Your Time, is it the last one? Because I have
the lady, Bide Your Time. She's sitting on the staircase, and she's got like
Okay, yeah. You know, their particular lady was actually waiting to be loved, because she's putting on she's holding a flower, you know, and so the thought in her head was that she's looking for someone to love her, and then that is why I have beautiful places on her head. There's a kind of rainbow. I use kind of rainbow. This you can see color green, yellow, blue, and all in her head. So she was waiting patiently. So the purpose of Bide Your Time is talking about how you wait patiently for and waiting, or you are expecting someone. So you're actually waiting for a particular time, the best moment to just take a move. So, and she was patiently waiting for just, you know, for someone to love her. That was why she was sitting down there with the staircase. And you can see she's well dressed up. She has a bag, you know, everything that will make her look good, you know. She has her heels as well, putting on a beautiful top and, you know, with a bag. She's just ready to be loved up, you know. That's just all about it.
That's a lovely one. So I mean, I can actually see everything that you've said. I can actually now see and understand.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Of that. Is there because something in the bubble? Did you design something in the bubble? Like, is there a location? It looks like, oh yeah.
What?
It looks like there is a location inside the bubble, actually.
Yeah. You know, she's just looking at a beautiful place, beautiful moment, just to, you know, stay and spend some time together. But she has no one yet, you know, but she has everything in her mind, in her intuition, just like I said from the first place. Yeah, so you just try to, from my own painting, you could tell from the edge. So
what's happening? That is what is in our thoughts. It's ingenious, because I found it very different. Normally, people do see, like, obviously for figurative painting, we do see on the facial expression, but this is like a different way to express.
Yeah, exactly.
It's such a, I thought that was so cool.
I just try to, you know, basically, if you see my painting, you could, you know, you can give it title, you can, you know, give it your own perspective. You know, you could say, okay, it's talking about like this, it's talking this. But if I am to give you the theoretical aspect in it, it's going to be way different from the way the viewers sees it. You understand?
Yes.
So so I just don't want to make, I just don't want to make people to just, when they look at the painting, I don't want them to just get, I don't want them to get the concept behind this straight. Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't want them to just get what it's really talking about straight. You know, I still have some couple of ones that I've not posted, but because I'm waiting for having a solo exhibition, I think this June so I still have some that I've not posted. But in those new ones, it's talking about, but I pick some references from African history. Yeah, so there's one particular man like that, how he was famous. It's more of like he had the whole world in his pocket, but he did not make use of it at all. You understand?
Yes.
Do you understand? Yeah. Yes, so he's showing how the person is very famous, how he met with presidents, you know, traveled overseas and all of that. But at the end of the day, he later died in penury. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, but if you look at the painting, the only thing you could be seeing, like you are seeing a bike, you are seeing the man, and you are seeing building. But people can just say, "Oh, okay, like this." But if I get to explain, you would get it better. So, and then the head as well. I did not just paint a normal face head or just a head of human. So I put the earth. The earth, the globe is round. Yes. So I tried to put it on the earth. Yes, because the man went all over. He traveled all over the world because he toured over 87 countries. You must have known. I don't know. Do you know him?
All around the world. I'm trying to guess. I'm like, who is this person? Who is this person that traveled? I don't know.
Okay, I wait till then. I don't want to tell you now.
Oh gosh, you'll have to tell me because it's going to be in my head now. Because I'm looking. I'm like, who is it? I don't know it right now.
It's they call him Ajala the Traveler. Olabisi, yes, Olabisi Ajala the Traveler. Okay. I don't know if you heard of him.
But I'm going to Google it definitely because
you can Google it. Yes. I'm definitely. Are you going to take the name down? Olabisi. Do you need to take the name down?
Yep.
Olabisi. Okay. Yes, Olabisi Ajala.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. I'll Google him definitely.
Okay, great.
But you can tell us, you can still tell us a little bit about it because the others might not Google it, so you need to tell them. In a nutshell.
In what?
Just in a little summary, so that for people that didn't get the chance to Google, at least to have,
Okay. The thing is that the man is born in a polygamous home. So, and he is a reporter. He's a reporter. So what he does is that he left school at the age of 20. So he left because he had a dream to travel all over the world with just a scooter.
Oh, okay.
Yes, with just a scooter. You know it, right?
But but old bike. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, the scooter.
Yes, old bike. So so he was crossing borders. Crossing border. All of that. So he was able to touch over 87 countries, going to the whole of Europe. All of that. So and all what he was just busy doing is that he's not this kind of a serious person. When he meets a girl, like he was able to meet a lot of reputable people this time. So, and he met a writer, in UK, in London. So what he does is that when he gets married to them, he would just, get them pregnant and then just divorce or just leave them and just go somewhere else. So he was just doing all of that. Okay. So he was kind of unserious, and he performed. He was featured in a movie, The Witch Doctor. So, and they were paying him about $800, I think. Then, many years back. So they were paying him high. So he just continued with this nonchalant attitude, going everywhere. And then whenever he meets anybody, any reputable person, he just asks them to sign on his bike.
Okay.
He told them to sign. Yes, he told them to just leave their autograph on his bike. So as meeting a lot of people, he keeps on telling them to write, just give them the autograph. So he just went on like that, and then with his nonchalant attitude, then later, over many years, he had to come back to Nigeria, and then I think he had a stroke, and he had a stroke and later died in penury, just like I said before. So he is more of like, to me, what the old painting, what is majorly talking about is because there's a way we have to live our life. He's just telling us how we can live our life, how not to just live carelessly. You can't just be living your life like you're not the one controlling it.
Yeah.
You have to live a fulfilled life. You understand? Yeah. So, and then one have to be very responsible as well, because you can't travel all of the world like that and meet people, reputable people, and you just go on like that. So he just died. It's even where he died is one old abandoned building like that. So
yeah, that's a
I was just,
sad end, I guess.
yes.
But and that's really sad as an end, to be honest.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
really sad and lonely. Oh
So,
my.
but if you look at the painting, I just try to,
But the painting is
you know,
colorful. It's the one with the blue motorcycle that you didn't
yeah,
finish.
blue motorcycle.
Yeah.
But that's just it's the beginning. That was just the beginning. So I have it finished already. I have it finished, but I've not posted it.
Okay. We shall be on the lookout to see it.
Yeah.
If you decide to post it. But
Thank
I'd like
you.
to ask you another question. What is the goal of
Okay.
your art? Because I can see that you really reflect on history, but and also what's happening within the society. I would like to know what's the goal of your own art to you. What do you want to
Um,
achieve with your art?
to me,
Yeah.
I mean, everyone has this huge goal for themselves, Yeah, and what I'm just trying to do is that I'm did my possible best, and with God by my side, I want to see my paintings, just like the way the man is going around. I want to see my paintings all over the world. Then, in big museums, collectors, fighting all over my painting.
That's the
Fighting
dream,
for my painting.
exactly. And the
Yeah.
purpose of it, what's
So,
the voice of your art? I mean, would you say, because some people really address only issues that are happening within the society. What's the message that your actual art,
yeah.
what you want to push out there?
Yeah. The message, yeah. My painting usually is more about person's personality.
Okay.
Yeah. It's about person's personality, your intuition, your thoughts, the way you are, just trying to, I have a particular one like that I've not posted as well. There's a woman like that. She's pregnant. So yeah, she's pregnant. So you could tell from her. So and then I wrote a poem, just a little poem, so just to qualify the painting as well. So from the painting, you know, is basically talking about intuition. So that is more my paintings, like talking about your thoughts, your actions, your next movement. Yeah, it's just about intuitions and thoughts. Yeah.
So how do you then choose your models? Because obviously, like you said, you are focusing your main focus is intuition. So how do you then decide who you're gonna be painting?
When I look, if I have a concept in my head, I kind of like finish the whole of the painting in my head first.
Okay.
So then I have to choose a model. So if I choose a model, and then I have to make it in realistic form. Whatever I'm creating has to be in terms of like real life.
Okay.
In terms of like real life, not just maybe not something that's never occurred. It has to be something like real life, people's thoughts, what they've been through. You understand? So I just kind of figure the whole thing in my head, and then I choose a model. I have some female models as well, friends, because I'm not paying them yet. So I just have,
Lucky.
I just have female friends that understand my dreams and my goals. You understand? So I let them know that whenever I'm making money from it, when I try to give them some percentage as well. So they are always there to support. So
that's lovely.
That's just
That's the way it should be anyway, because you must, I was going to ask you, do you actually have like a group of artists, of people that, kind of support you, or with who you can bounce off ideas?
Okay.
You do?
Let me say, partially I do, because, I mentioned earlier while I was introducing myself, how I am a co-founder of Ayowole Academy of Art.
Yes.
So, we've trained, at least we've been in existence for like 6 to 7 years now. So, and then we have a lot of young artists, from age 6 to 2021, you understand? Yeah, so, and then we have some of them that has been with us for like 4 years, 5 years, you understand? So they are both, they are artists as well. So, when we have art discussion, we used to, talk about what we will do, and then we ask advice. We seek advice from them as well. So though they are young, but you could take their advice as well.
Yeah.
So yes, we rub minds together.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So it's not just an age thing. It's creative thing.
No, at all. It's not just an age thing at all. At all. Because if okay, I would maybe later after the call, I would send my company, the Ayowole Academy of Art. I'll send the page to you on Instagram.
Yes.
So you see what the kids are doing.
Awesome. I think I'm actually following it because I saw it from your profile, but I'll
exactly.
I'll go again and look more into details. But so that means that your work affects societal issues. Do you think that with your work you do tackle some of the issues that are happening in the society or not? Or you are not actually doing that? What are you doing? What's your style?
It's partially with the society issues, partially. But I just like to take it. I paint personal issues that has to do with someone, you know. So it's partially, you know, I barely paint what's going on in the society like that. I barely paint that, but I paint people's thoughts, intuitions, and all of that. Yeah.
So like now, if you was to paint, well, you don't know me, but you see me, can you feel my intuition and then come up with something?
And the thing is that when in any of my paintings I paint,
yes,
there's no how it's going to have something to do with you.
Yeah.
So that's just about it. It's going to have something to do with you. No matter how, you know, even most people don't, you know, just like you are like this, you might have some secrets that you did not want to tell anyone, right? You know, so, but in my, you know, but in my painting, there's no how. If you look through everything, there's still gonna be something that's gonna touch you, that is still gonna be part of you, you know. So everything is not just gonna be blank like that. There's still something that's gonna be blank, part of you. So that's just what it's all about.
So you must really study your model and to find out what's
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Interesting. That's interesting. So I like the fact that you actually you use you use also your emotions, because in a way, the way I see it is like somehow you use your emotions to interpret things that you see or that you witness. It's your own interpretation of it.
Exactly. And from history as well.
But when you say history, how far back are you going? Is it?
I've not really gone deep. I've not really gone deep like that, you know. But I'm figuring it out. I've not really gone deep. Well, I just picked some references from, there's this particular new project I'm still thinking. They call him Kunta Kinte.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've heard of him. So yeah, he's a Gambian. So and then he fought for slavery, and he's known that he said he's brilliant, he's strong. You know, I'm beginning to imagine that kind of thing from my head. So I just want to finish the whole of it in my head first. Then I'll have to look for a model that, you know, is muscular a bit, you know, then is tall, you know. So, and then I'll figure out to put a suitable gazing ball on the head. And then, of course, I want to have chains in his hand because he's a slave, you know.
Yeah.
So I have something with chain in his hand and just figure out the posture. So that's it from history as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I see now
things like that.
which direction you're going to. I understand.
Yeah.
Better. Who would you say are your biggest artistic influences?
What do you say?
Who would you say are your biggest artistic influence? You.
Okay. I don't know, maybe you know Pape Solomon.
Pape Solomon, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen the page as well.
Yeah. Pape Solomon, yeah, I was, you know, he inspires me a lot, you know. Although I was painting hyperrealism before. I don't know if you scroll down to my page, I paint hyperrealism because he inspires me a lot then. Okay. You know, and
why the switch then? Why did you switch from hyperrealism to what you're doing now?
What do you say?
why did you switch from hyper-realism to what you're doing now?
Of course, I did not just leave hyperrealism, because if you check the gazing ball, there's effort there, right?
There. Yes, that's true.
Yes, so I did not, I try to, because the objects in my paintings currently, I try to make them a level of realism, so it calls people's attention. That is why even when I do the whole of the body or the clothes, when I make it flat, when it comes to the head, I try to give it the strength, just to call people's attention, because that's just the purpose of hyperrealism. It calls people's attention that, oh my God, is that a painting?
Yeah, definitely.
Something like that. Yeah.
It works. Definitely it works.
Yeah. So I just try to match the both of them together. So not just neglecting one. Yeah.
So I can see that your paintings, like, people are really nicely dressed. Do you design the fashion in your head, or is it something that you've seen? The garments are very nice.
The thing is that I love fashion. I love fashion. So I try to, even if something is like this, I try to add more of myself, more of my own personality about, how I want it to be, so yeah, so I try to, so it's more of like me sketching the overall thing, more of like my own design, more of like my own color. Yes. So that's just...
You could be a fashion designer, undercover fashion designer, basically.
Yeah. I sketch. Yeah, I remember vividly. Few years ago, there's this woman. She's a fashion designer. So I sketch for her. I give her color schemes as well. And she was just giving me little money then.
Yeah, well, you see, talent. You're very talented. That's why you could do all that. So
yeah.
Congrats to you. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But maybe you can pursue it on the side.
What do you say?
I said maybe you will be able to pursue that on the side too.
Yeah.
You never know.
Very soon. Very soon.
Why not? I forgot to ask you, because you have your art school somehow, but how long have you been painting yourself? And did you study it, or are you self-taught?
First of all, I'm a graduate of Yaba College of Technology. Yes, a polytechnic in Lagos, Nigeria. So I went to the school. So, and I studied general arts, painting. Yes, I studied painting. But before then, I learned how to draw and paint in a local place before getting admission.
Okay.
Yes, in a local place. So I spent so many years there. Yes. So I'm not a self-taught. So I learned from different people, different boss. I learned from 3 different bosses like that. So I learned how to draw from a particular one, learn painting from a particular one. Then I learned design and graphics designing, just have to match everything together. So everything deals with learning. So, and then I have about, let me say 12 years experience now that I've been painting.
Wow.
12 years, yes. I started painting, I started learning work when I was at the age of 11 to 12 years. 11 to 12 years. I was learning how to draw and paint.
Wow.
11 to 12 years, yes. So it's more of like all of my life.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So would you say that it takes a big part of your life? So how do you split your daily life? How much time do you have to paint? Because you have to paint, you also have to do the classes, and you also have your personal life. So how do you balance the 3?
Yeah, the thing is that my studio that I'm working is where we have is the art school.
Yes.
The studio I'm working is my art school. So when I paint 3 hours or 4 hours, or even before the students return, because they are still going to school, they have a regular school they are going. So before they return, around 3 to 4, I would have been painting from morning to afternoon. Then I just have to leave my painting and then focus on them. I have a partner as well. So if after our painting, is a sculptor. It's a sculptor, yeah. So after he finished sculpting and after I finished painting, around 2 to 3. Then we have to leave that and then focus on the children. So we put them through painting, drawing as well, how to just master their skill.
Wow.
So that's how
you're a family of artists, basically. All of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
We have about 20 to 25 students. So it's more like an art academy.
Yeah. This is amazing. Yes. So, and then they graduate from it, or do you give them some?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, they graduate. Nice. They all have forms that have been given to them. So they sign a couple of years, the duration they want to use. Yeah. They graduate.
This is awesome. This is really amazing. Yeah. I mean, what you're doing is amazing.
Thank you.
And your solo show is where is it going to be, your solo show? Is it going to be Lagos? Or abroad?
Nope, it's online. I think it's in Greece, Athens.
Oh, nice. Oh, yes. I know that they said that they were going to be doing some online.
Yeah. So it's online. And then I have another one as well, but it's online too. It's from this gallery, I think Eclectica. So yeah, nice. So it's online.
You're doing different shows. That's really amazing.
But that's a group show. But the solo show is just only me. Yes.
Okay. Soon. So you'll have to tell us the date so we can go and check it out.
Yes, I will post it. Yes.
All right, we'll be on the lookout. We'll check on your page. But thank you so much for taking the time to answer all these questions. Yes. I'm really happy that we got to speak. I have one more question to ask you. So, How do you overcome the creative block as an artist? Has it ever happened to you?
Creative block. What do you mean by that?
Like when you seem not to be able to paint again. What do you do when you feel stuck? Your brain doesn't want to create again.
What I just do is that I leave the painting. Once I leave the painting, and then I go to watch movie. I love watching movies. Yeah. So I just go to watch movies. So I watch movie for 3 hours, 2 hours, So, and then when I'm back, so I can even, when I'm back to the painting, I can even see new stuffs that I was supposed to just put in that was not there before. So I could easily put that usually happens most time. Sometimes I get fed up of painting. So I could just leave it and then maybe I go to church service, after worshiping, come back again.
And you feel renewed. You've got new eyes. You kind of move away from it and then come back to it with a fresh
Exactly.
That's nice.
Exactly. Because if you keep on painting and you are just there, just keep on painting, you end up painting rubbish.
That's not
you end up painting. You might not really enjoy the outcome. But when you leave it and then you go for hours, then you have new strength. You have new sights. You have new concepts to even add more to it. Because sometimes there was a time I was painting and I think I've painted up to like 50%. So I just have to paint the whole of it blank. I just have to start all over again.
Really?
Because I was not really enjoying. I'm not hearing you.
I said, really?
Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I just have to paint all over again. So it works like that sometimes. Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for giving us this advice. You hear that, people? If you're blocked, just leave it. Go and watch a movie on Netflix and come back.
Yeah.
So that's the
I love
idea.
watching movies.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, thank you so much for having us, and we wish you a beautiful end of the day. And I'll be checking out your page.
Yeah. Thank you so much.